Now to some of the big legal cases we're following in this week's Burden of Proof, including the Menendez brothers' resentencing bid, evidence hearings in the Idaho murders case, and what's next for the case against Diddy. Let's bring in attorney Dave Aronberg for more. Dave, thanks for coming on. A resentencing hearing for the Menendez brothers will move forward after a judge denied the Los Angeles DA's motion to withdraw their petition. Lyle and Eric Menendez are fighting to be released after 35 years behind bars for the 1989 murders of their parents. The DA dismissed the brothers' claims that they were sexually abused by their father, Jose. The Menendez attorney fired back, calling the DA a 90s Neanderthal for refusing to believe them. Now, the official representing the hearing is set for next week. What do you make of the back and forth in the courtroom, and what are you watching for next?
Good to be with you, Ike. Well, the new DA was elected on a law and order platform, and he is repudiating the prior DA and his decision to go lenient on the Menendez brothers. The prior DA said that the Menendez brothers deserve to go free because they're good guys who reacted well in prison. They are reformed and they were model prisoners. Well, that shouldn't be enough to let you out for a brutal crime of killing your parents. So I'm going to look forward to see how that argument plays, because if it's just about their behavior behind bars, then that's one thing. But maybe they'll get into the sexual abuse that the father allegedly committed against the sons. If they can show that, then they can get the resentencing on manslaughter, which would mean they will be released from prison because they've already served plenty of years to qualify for a manslaughter sentence. They have not fulfilled their murder sentence. So that's what I'll be watching, whether or not the sex abuse is the main thing they're going to talk about, or will it be just their behavior behind bars?
Now, meanwhile, the judge in the Idaho college student murders case is considering whether to limit what evidence can be used in the trial. Brian Kohberger has pleaded not guilty to fatally stabbing 4 University of Idaho students. Now, the judge has agreed to the defense's request to ban the words psychopath and sociopath from the trial, but he will allow a 3D model of the home. How could that affect prosecutors' strategy?
Well, I think prosecutors have such a strong case, Ike, that it doesn't matter whether they can use the word sociopath or psychopath. And as far as the home, well, it'd be better if they actually had the home. But you know what happened is that the prosecutors agreed with the university to destroy the home. The home is no longer in existence. And I think that was a miscue. But even without the home, they can still use a 3D model. And they got this guy dead to rights. They've got his DNA on the knife sheath that was used in the crime. They have an eyewitness who said, this guy Kohberger resembles the person I saw as the killer. Then they have all this other stuff, phone records. He has a bogus alibi that's going to blow up in his face. They got this guy. To me, the only question is whether he gets the death penalty.
Right. And now the second trial, I'm going to move on to this. That second trial of Karen Read, that's actually expected to begin Tuesday after the Supreme Court denied her request for a delay. Now, Read is accused of killing her Boston police officer boyfriend with her car. Read has denied the allegations and maintained her innocence. Now, her first trial ended in a mistrial after the jury couldn't reach a unanimous verdict. What's different this time around?
This time around, you got a lot more firepower for the defense, a lot more lawyers, including a former alternate juror who's now part of the defense legal team. But also on the prosecution side, you've got an outstanding lawyer from the private sector who's known for acquitting high-profile defendants, and he's going to be the prosecutor. This is going to be a quality show. And now Karen Read, who's made all these statements outside of the courthouse, in videos, in TV documentaries, that's going to be used against her. So even if she doesn't testify, her words will come back to haunt her. And recently, she just compared herself to O.J. Simpson. Notice to Karen Read, don't compare yourself to O.J. Simpson. Why? Was bin Laden not available? Bad move all around.
Attorney Dave Aronberg, thank you as always for your insight.